Welcome back to John Sports Corner on the SosoBone Media Network, the global Caribbean media capital, and we continue with football and Jamaica Premier League on Monday. Montego Bay United, over the weekend, scores Montego Bay United 2-1 over Treasure Beach, Racing and Waterhouse in a 0-0 stalemate. Same score, Malines United and Mount Pleasant. That's a surprise. Tivoli Gardens and Portmore in a 2-2 stalemate. Arnett Gardens, 3-0 over Cavalier. And Tivoli and Portmore in a 2-2 stalemate. The Treasure Beach Dun Beholden game that was washed out on Sunday by rain will be played tonight, or this afternoon actually, at the St. Elizabeth Technical High School cricket ground. And the top six on points table are Montego Bay United, Racing with 28 points, Portmore 26, Mount Pleasant 23, but they have a few games in hand, Cavalier 22 and Tivoli Gardens 19. Manning Cup champions Excelsior High School and the Costa Cup champions St. Elizabeth Technical High School meet tomorrow at Stadium East to decide which high school is the best high school football team in Okay, sorry about that. States will be seeking their second Oliver Shield. Excelsior, their third. What about Titchfield, Trevor?
John, that is one of the questions that have been plaguing me for quite a while, that we mention so many high schools consistently, but we don't mention Monternil or Titchfield in Portland or in the St. Thomas or Morant Bay High. They just seem to be a little bit outside of the travel zone.
Well, maybe we need some better recruiting in the high schools, Trevor. Anyway, the All-Star, all-schools battle between Manning Cup All-Stars and the Costa Cup All-Stars to be played on Saturday at St. Elizabeth Technical High School. Whoa. Ruben Amorim, gone from Manchester United. Darren Fletcher will fill the void as caretaker until a new manager is found.
Okay.
Apparently, Amorim was not a happy camper at United.
Oops.
It is believed that because he wasn't getting the players he desired,
Why didn't the players want to come to him, John?
it's not the players, Trevor. Could be management.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He said the players he desired. So that means that the players had ended up somewhere else.
The management, the people above him, maybe not responding to bringing those that he wanted.
Yes. So yes, he has to hold himself accountable, and if he thinks that he cannot account for what he's got, then he has to make a move. I agree with him that is how you will challenge the people who should be making the right decisions to make the right decision.
Anyway, English Premiership results from the weekend. Aston Villa 3-1 over Nottingham. Brighton and Hove 2-0 over Burnley. Wolverhampton Wanderers 3-0 over West Ham United. Wolves' first win of the season, Trevor.
Mm. Mm.
And I don't know if this is a sign that the Wolves will have a better second half of the season. But in their last 6 games, they have lost 2-1 to Arsenal on own goals.
Okay.
They lost 2-0 to Brentford, 2-1 to Liverpool, drew 1-1 with Manchester United,
Mm-hmm.
and then defeated West Ham 3-0 on the weekend.
That is a good team, John, because they're competitive. So you would say that under normal condition, the coach might be saying he's one good player away from winning consistently.
Right, Trevor?
Would it be a striker? Would it be a striker away or a top defender away? But he might be one standout player away from being a very competitive team because the score says that they have been competing.
I don't know how good they are, Trevor, because they are at the bottom of the Premiership.
Well, I understand.
And there are 18 teams in the Premiership, and they're at the bottom.
Yes, but you know something? In other sports, we see some turnaround that shocks people, whether it be basketball or baseball, even in IPL, New York, with New York Mumbai last year and this year.
Yeah.
Where they never went into the playoffs with a good record. They went against a 10-3 team and they came in at 3-10. But the fact is that they were competitive, and maybe you can say that they ripened at the right time.
Well, we hope, Trevor.
We hope.
Anyway, yesterday, Nottingham 2-1 over West Ham, and there were several midweek games today. Bournemouth 3-2 over Tottenham, Brentford 3-2 over Sunderland, Crystal Palace and Aston Villa in a 1-1 stalemate, Everton, Wolves 1-1. Fulham 2-1 over Chelsea, Manchester City and Brighton 1-1, Burnley and Manchester United in a 2-2 stalemate, while Newcastle defeated Leeds 4-3.
And you have to ask yourself the question, when it comes to the Wolves, John, what was Everton's standing? Now, if Everton had a winning record, then you could say that they went up against a team with a winning record, and they did well, even if it was a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, but Everton, I think, do have a better record in the Premiership right now.
Okay.
Anyway, Trevor, African Nations Cup round of 16 results. Senegal 3-1 over Sudan. Mali and Tunisia in a 1-1 stalemate. But Mali gone ahead 3-2 on penalty shootout. And as a matter of fact, Mali lost their key defender, Wowo Koulibaly, in the 26th minute to a red card.
Oh, no.
So they played 64 minutes of regular time and 30 minutes of extra time with 10 men. But won it on penalty shootout.
And I have a problem with the penalty shootout. It's not going to change, but I think that they should do penalty like they do it like they do in hockey. When you draw a penalty, you go sit on the bench for 5 minutes, and your team plays. Your team plays.
When you get a red card.
Yeah, when you get a red card, you go sit on the bench for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and you don't lose. I mean, they played actually 90-something minutes with 10 men,
Right. You should, and that's again, we talk about the substitution rule. You should be sitting on the bench for X amount of time. And after 15 minutes, you might say that the coach might have might have opportunity to substitute somebody back in the game now, but that player cannot come back in the game. So you play not 90 minutes short, but you play for 15 minutes short. Okay? Because two yellow cards and you're gone.
There are some things in football need to change, Trevor.
Yes.
That, of course, and the offside rule are two things I think need to change. Or should I say adjust?
Yes. Yeah.
Moving along, Morocco 1-0 over Tanzania, Cameroon 2-1 over South Africa, Egypt 3-1 over Benin, Nigeria 4-0 over Mozambique, Algeria 1-0 over the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Ivory Coast 3-0 over Burkina Faso. And that wrapped up the round of 16. So it's on to the quarterfinal round now. And the quarterfinal round looks like this. On Friday, Mali plays Senegal and Cameroon against Morocco. Then on Saturday is Algeria against Nigeria, and Egypt takes on Ivory Coast. Now, I thought I would do this before I step away from the African Nations Cup. I thought I would share with you the nicknames of the countries playing in the African Championships. Morocco, the Atlas Lions.
Okay.
Mali, the Eagles.
Oh.
Now here's one. Comoros, the Cola Cans.
The cola cans, la cola beer?
Cola Cans. You know what that is, Trevor?
No.
Cola Cans? It's a fish.
Okay.
This is an ancient fish that they thought was extinct. Extinct.
Oh.
But they find it around that area, Comoros now.
Okay, so the mom.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Senegal, the Teranga Lions. Congo, the Leopards. Benin, the Cheetahs. Botswana, the Zebras.
Oh boy.
Algeria, the Fennec Foxes.
Oh boy.
Burkina Faso, the Lions. Zambia, Tripolopolo, which is copper bullets. I couldn't figure that one out, Trevor.
I guess they do a lot of mining.
The translation is copper bullets.
I guess they do a lot of mining in there, John.
Yeah, well, that too. Egypt, of course, are the pharaohs.
Wow.
South Africa, which we all know, Bafana. Angola, the Palancas Negras, which are black sable antelopes. Zimbabwe, the Warriors.
Okay.
Nigeria, the Super Eagles. Tunisia, the Carthage Eagles.
Okay.
Tanzania, Haifa Stars. Uganda, the Cranes. Sudan, the Falcons of Gideon. Equatorial Guinea, National Thunder. That one I couldn't figure out.
Equatorial National Thunder.
National Thunder. Ivory Coast, the Elephants. Cameroon, the Indomitable Lions. Mozambique, the Mambas, which are a snake, a deadly snake. And Gabon, finally Gabon, the Panthers. On that note, let's go to another break, but we'll come back with lots more. We'll be right back.